One of the biggest things I look at is taking low-value property and turning it into property that flourishes.
Oh,
that was a It's got healthier water quality, which in return is going to have a healthier fish. Those little things is overall improving the big picture. My name's Jason Tidwell. I'm a forester for Davis DuBose Knight, Forestry and Real Estate. We're in Yale County on north central Arkansas, roughly 650 acres. We have multiple ponds, little old creeks and reservoirs that run through the property. So great fishing habitat, a great wildlife diversity. It's a perfect piece of property to get away and enjoy Mother Nature at its finest. Fishing is something that not only I grew up doing with my grandparents and my dad, it's a passion. Chestnut, when they recently purchased this property three and a half years ago, it was an old cattle pasture, a low-valued property that had a significant amount of cattle on it. So there was access to the stream, so you had erosion in those places. Initially, they took it and started doing reforestation, planted it, and I believe it was 8 species of oaks and 1 species of softwood. I could say within the first 6 months, we've seen a difference in runoff and erosion, and that's just from root establishment, from stream bank stabilizations, from all tributaries within the river.
Over the course of a quarter to a half a mile, the water level.
It is very different looking than it was 3 years ago. My name is Sarah Ford. I am the Chief Forestry Officer for Chestnut Carbon. Reforestation in practice includes ensuring that the forest that we are restoring is similar to the forest that actually once stood in the area where we're working. What we're seeing so far is stream banks that were very denuded, so they were bare, there's dirt just sloughing off into the water. Now these stream banks are stable, they are covered with grasses, some shrubs, and our young trees. And then additionally, as the trees mature that we planted, this is going to create shade over waterways, which will help to regulate temperature, which is also really important for water quality and fish habitat. We are committed to maintaining these areas for 100 years. Conservation for profit from a forestry perspective is committing to good, sustainable forest management for increased carbon storage and sequestration, and growing new forests to also increase the carbon capture from the atmosphere, and then in turn marketing that increased carbon removal via the form of carbon offsets.
My name is Angela Kemp. I am the transaction coordinator for the land acquisition team with Chestnut Carbon. Relationships are everything, from local partners that we use throughout the transaction to the landowners themselves, who we try to build relationships with throughout the process. We do consult local title companies, local attorneys, local appraisers. We try really hard to keep everything as community engaged as possible.
We own over 50,000 acres. We certainly have a growing footprint, and it's been very rewarding to see the impact and the positive response that we're receiving from our neighbors as a result of us planting new forests.